Hello everybody, Lonnie Eagleton here. Welcome to the channel. This is a Q&A series where I answer questions submitted to me through my Instagram account. To be involved in a future one of these, subscribe to me on Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube channel here to be notified when I'll be posting more videos. Let's get into it. So this question was submitted by my bassist, Chris, and he asks, what gear would you recommend to bassists who are trying to replicate your tone on a budget? Well, Chris, I think the main thing would be if you could get a PRS Kingfisher bass. That would probably be a good place to start. That's what I use. I just use a stock Kingfisher from Paul Reed Smith, and it works great for me. However, if you want something a little more affordable, I think a good place to start there would be the Darkglass Overdrive pedal. That's really the core of my sound, more or less. I just run my PRS bass into the Darkglass just to fuzz it up a bit, give it a little more drive. So I think grabbing one of those pedals would be a great way to replicate my tone. This next question was submitted by Karina Artsguj, and they ask, when you were young, did you think you were going to be a musician for a band? So when I was young, yes, I definitely thought I was going to be a professional musician, playing in a band, touring the world. In fact, it's all I ever thought about and all I ever wanted, at least from the time I was 13 when I started playing guitar. Prior to that, when I was a kid, I remember the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to play in the NBA. That was around the time Space Jam came out when I was very little. After that, I wanted to play in the NHL, and for a brief time in between that, I wanted to be an orthodontist. Our next question was submitted by Lance Sonez, and they ask, funny question, tell me if it's a color or fruit. Orange. Well, Lance, I think we all know the answer to this, and that is that neither of those are correct. In reality, we all know that Orange is a guitar and bass amp manufacturer from the UK. So this question is submitted by Spacey_Beat5, and they ask, any ways or tips to get a pick from a concert? If I could give you one word of advice, it would just be, after the show's over and people are clearing the venue, just sort of search the ground a bit for picks that have fallen on the floor that people might not have seen. Because more often than not, when the player is throwing a pick into the crowd, a lot of times people don't catch it, or they don't even see it because of all the lights and whatever, and it just falls on the floor unnoticed. So when you're leaving the venue, just search the floor and there might be a few picks on the ground. This next question is submitted by Cetrashtian_binbag, and they ask, how do you keep your hair so voluminous and fluffy? Is it Pantene? Genuinely curious. Good question. So in the past, I've always enjoyed having big fluffy hair. But ever since joining Black Veil Brides, I've been favoring more of this, sleek, straight look. So it's actually been a struggle of mine to not have it so fluffy. And I have to do a lot of straightening and, really pat it down in order for it to not, blow out like it likes to do. Our next question was submitted by Sangria Cousin, and it's actually a two-part question. They ask, what's your favorite brand of frozen pizza, and what dry shampoo do you use? So my favorite brand of frozen pizza is this one. As luck would have it, I actually have one frozen right now. It's a spinach flavor, President's Choice brand. So take a look for those, they're pretty good. And this is a dry shampoo I use, it's Kevin Murphy Fresh Hair. And this one has actually been on tour with me, so it's in pretty rough shape, but that's what, touring will do to your equipment. This next question was submitted by Sakura.yyy, and she's asking, do you like anime? So I don't really watch anime, but I am a big fan of Dragon Ball Z, I gotta say. And I actually do have the 5-star Dragon Ball. It's probably my most prized possession. And big Dragon Ball Z fan. And this question was submitted by Mixtape Liddy, and they ask, does Lonnie Eagleton respond? Well, you tell me. This question is by JBREENR, and they ask, are you planning on doing more sculptures? If so, of what? Yeah, definitely. So for those of you who don't know, I just started sculpting a few months ago, and I'm working on this eagle. And I'm not done yet, I still have a lot to do, but it's coming along really well, and it's been super fun. I never really took any classes or anything. I just bought a piece of stone and started sculpting it, and luckily it's looking pretty cool. So yeah, the first one was an eagle, and for my next one I'm already planning on doing an elephant. I think that's going to be pretty cool. After that I haven't really thought about it, but I think it's going to be a side passion that I continue to do, for the rest of my life probably. This question is by the_bookish_roses, and they ask, I'd love to know what your Hogwarts house is. So I don't really know how to answer this question because a couple years ago I took the test online, said I was a Ravenclaw. I'm like, great. However, recently I went to the Warner Bros. Studio tour in Los Angeles, and I tried on the Sorting Hat, the prop from the movie, and the Sorting Hat said I was a Gryffindor. So now I don't know, like, am I a Ravenclaw because that's what the test said, or a Gryffindor because that's what the Sorting Hat said? So I'm kind of at an eternal struggle with this, so I don't know. Alright, that's it for me. Thanks to everybody who submitted a question, and if I didn't get to yours yet, I apologize. Hopefully next time. If you'd like me to make more videos like this, then please hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me to make more videos, and hope to see you at the next Q&A. Alright, take care.